Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We're back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, we are back again with another episode, new figure pickups. It's episode number 64. And we're cruising down the street in our 6'4" today. That is for sure, right? Big shout out to the man, Eazy-E, NWA. But today, episode number 64. It is going to be a good one. We have a couple of big items, and I want to start off with a big item. I want to end with a big item. As we catch up on SmackDown, off to our right over here, it is on the laptop. We are catching up on it right now, and Chris Sabin just knocked Tommaso Ciampa down with a big running knee. SmackDown, trying to catch up on that before we go into Saturday night's main event tonight. And we might even have to do a video for that. Are we going to do a predictions video? Who knows? Maybe you'll see that on the channel today as well. We are recording this, obviously, Saturday. It is May 24th, and it is Saturday night's main event. But we're going to get into the main event right now because this is one of the big items I want to start off with here today. Episode 64. We got a good one. We've got a real good one. And here it is, guys. None other than the big one here. It is the AEW Authentic Scale Ring. Double or nothing on the ring there. And of course, the biggest part of this box set of this ring is none other than right there. That is the exclusive Aubrey Edwards referee figure. It is quite a pricey figure, and I will tell you what, I got such a deal on this ring. I really, honestly, I don't even know sometimes how I do come across some of these deals, but at the same time, I miss out on a lot of stuff. So, of course, there's always going to be something out there. There's always going to be another deal, another listing. You're always going to find something down the road. But this one here, as a lot of you may know who are watching the channel today, most of you probably already know anyway, that this Aubrey Edwards figure is sometimes in the range of anywhere from really the low end, and I'm talking if you're catching you're getting a deal, you're usually spending about $50 to $55, and that would be the deal price. And it goes all the way up to $75, possibly even $80. That's including shipping. But it's incredibly crazy to think because, of course, when you get these figures that there's only one of, or there's only, limited production of them, obviously with this ring is how you would get this figure. So they do have their, their up and down in value. It definitely sometimes can skyrocket, and at other times it hits an all-time low. Now, of course, down the road, if AEW ever does re-release an Aubrey Edwards figure and they do, make her in the main line, this figure will obviously lose some of its value. But I will let you guys in on a little secret here. I'll let you in on a good one. This ring shipped, we paid less than $100. So how do you go wrong? You got a AEW authentic real scale ring and a figure that is selling as high as $75, like I said, even $80 I've seen with some of them shipped. I mean, it's crazy. So I think it was a fantastic deal. Very happy to add this to the collection. And I just can't wait to have the space to potentially maybe set this ring up, because we already do have the In Your House, the New Generation Arena there. I've got that authentic ring from Mattel set up. We have the, what is it called here? The Tough Talkers WWE ring. That's up top there. Shout out to my buddy Fritchie. He gave me that one quite some weeks back, but a great little display piece. So got to make some room for this, as we also do have the NXT War Games double cage there. That War Games cage setup, we have that also displayed up on one of the shelves here. So running out of room, it is definitely going to be something we'll have to figure out where we're going to go with it. But a great piece. I cannot believe that we were able to pick it up so cheap. And I definitely look forward to my next big deal on eBay. Hopefully somewhere in the near future, right? Up next, we're going to jump into something that we normally don't purchase. And this is going to be a bit of a up in the air thing for me. So here we go. We have none other, and we'll even bring it up closer to you because I didn't realize it would be a little bit of a bad shot there. But John Cena, the Farewell Tour. It is the Funko Pop. It is number 180. It's got that Funko Pop original exclusive thing, whatever there, that little barcode, whatever you call those things, those QR codes. And here's my thing with this. So if Mattel was to release this as an Elite figure with this exact attire, I would probably sell this pop. I think I would get rid of it. We did purchase two. I do already have one up on the MERCARI store page if you're looking for it. And these as well are ranging anywhere from $50 all the way up to $70, $75 shipped. Mine is currently listed for $58, that other one that is up there. So if you guys are interested, all you have to do, ready for this, I'll give you guys even a better deal here. If you guys are interested in this, I have it listed for $58 up on MERCARI. All you have to do is send me an offer from that listing, from this John Cena, right? Send me the offer for $52 with the code MWC after it. That's MWC as Matt's Wrestling Collectibles, and I will sell it to you for $52. That'll be a little coupon code for you guys, anybody watching this video. So make sure you guys check that one out. But John Cena farewell pop here, and like I said, I am not a huge fan of pops. I have one that my buddy Mike got me. It came with the Ric Flair 2019, 2K19, I should say, WWE video game there, the 2K19 edition, and that was the Woo edition. So I do have that pop, and I also have a Undertaker Amazon exclusive that my girl got me. So big thank you to both of them for those. And those are the only two that are in the collection right now. This is now the third to go into the collection, but it might not stay for long. We will have to see if Mattel does make an attire of that figure. And I would assume that they'd have to, because when you think about it, it was his debut of the farewell tour on Netflix. So I really think that it was something that we will see in the near future. But who knows? We will have to wait and find out, right? Up next, we're going to also have another little bit of a hitter here. This is a big hitter, I'm not going to lie. And not just a big hitter in size, but a big hitter in this figure game right now. And that is none other than the NXT TakeOver Killian Dain. I got to say, I am working on getting Sanity put back together here. We got Killian Dain. We've got Nikki Cross. I still need Eric Young. I still need Alexander Wolf. It is going to happen. And for some reason, I feel like I'm missing somebody. It was Insanity a four-man group? Well, obviously Nikki Cross was in there, so I don't want to say four-man group, but was it a four-person faction? Was it a five-person faction? I can't remember. I definitely know there was the four. I know I'm missing two. I might be missing three. I guess we will see. I have to do a little Google search on that, make sure that my knowledge is correct. But Killian Dain here, coming out of the NXT TakeOver Elite line, and what a great figure this is. I'm so happy to add this to the collection. Just recently sold the loose one that I had on MERCARI, so once we sold that loose one, it was time to go and find one in the box. And that is something that I do sometimes. If I ever purchase figures and I get loose figures in a purchase and I'm like, oh man, I really want this figure, it's always my goal to sell the figure and then take those funds and put it towards, buying the figure in box. Of course, depending on, how much of a deficit we're at here. Obviously, if the figure's $200 in the box and it's $30 loose, it might not be very reasonable. I might take a different route than that. But here we are, Killian Dain, like I said, a great figure here, NXT TakeOver. I don't know if I'd unbox and review this just because it's really not a whole lot to show off, but a very cool figure. Maybe we will show it off somewhere down the road on the channel. Alrighty here, let's see. It's time to go Ultimate. It's time to be judged by none other than another member of the Judgment Day. It is Finn Balor, and I know you guys are going to think this is insane when I say this, but not only is this the first Finn Balor back into my collection, but it is also an Ultimate, so how cool is that? Ultimate Edition Finn Balor here, looking good, and I'm very happy to add this one into the collection because all of these Ultimates had some great shirts. So now we got this Finn Balor, we've got the Damian Priest, we've got so many great things that we have been able to see come from this Judgment Day. Unfortunately, as most of the time, it is very sad. I'm not saying it's all the time. Obviously, the Bloodline, a great story, and proved very much so to be the difference maker in what I'm about to say, but as we know, a lot of times when it comes to factions, by the time we get the entire faction in their faction attire, they are usually no longer together again. So obviously we did get the Ultimate Rhea Ripley with that Raw ring. We got the Ultimate Damian Priest. We've got the Ultimate Finn Balor. I want to say we did get that Ultimate Dom Mysterio, but maybe not. It's Judgment Day, but, it could be a little bit better, but still, it is Judgment Day. So we did get the Dom Mysterio, and, who else would we be looking for here out of that group. So we got, like I said, we got the Dom, we got the Finn, we got the Damien, we did get the Rhea. Obviously, moving into the newer Judgment Day, we still need JD, we would still need Carlito, we would still need Liv Morgan and Raquel. I don't know if I'm going to say that all of those would get Ultimates. I have a feeling, I do believe the JD was getting one. I do think that we did see that. I could be wrong, but that would be nice. And again, just looking forward to finishing building this Judgment Day faction. So very excited for that, and very excited to get this Finn Balor into the collection very soon down the road. I would like to get some Demon Finn Balors, a couple of those that stand out to me. Not sure if I'd go after his Ultimate Edition. Might be a little bit too much for what I would want to spend for what it is to me. I think there's a couple of other ones out there, the Elites, that were done, in my opinion, a little bit better. Maybe not. But definitely want to get some Demon Finn Balors, that is for sure. And maybe a bit of a younger version of Finn Balor as well, if they made, like some other style Elites where he's kind of more just his clean-cut self. And we could also grab one of those. Very, very much needed to add to the generations and the very many personas, not personas, but more so just the, the looks of Finn Balor. So looking forward to adding those to the collection. But first Finn Balor in the collection. It is an Ultimate Edition. Very cool and very excited for that. So up next, we're going to keep it going with the Ultimate Editions, and it is none other than Bray Wyatt. And a big rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. We just passed his, I don't know if this was it his year or was it a 2-year anniversary? I can't even remember. And it's so sad because the time goes by so quickly. But I believe either his year or 2-year anniversary just passed. So a big rest in peace to Bray Wyatt, an absolute amazing performer. And, just such a generational talent. Unfortunately, it is very sad that things had to have gone the way that they did. And it is part of the wrestling business, unfortunately, being that it is so widely, spread with talent. And there's just so many names and so many people. It is just unfortunate that we get so often deaths in the wrestling industry throughout the year because of how many people do take up that space. So unfortunately, Bray Wyatt was added to that list of people, but his legacy for sure will live on. That is a fact. And Bray Wyatt definitely, talking legacy, this figure is very much so even just more a part of that. I mean, this crazy look that we have here, this glow in the dark look. He's also got 2 other head scans here. Probably something that we will review later on down the road, because this right here is got some stuff to go over. So I think we'll have to do that very soon. But Bray Wyatt looking great here in the Ultimate Edition. We also do have him back in the other one where he is more of the Fiend. And he also comes with the Fiend Championship there. That is one that a lot of people went very, very crazy trying to find. And I was fortunate enough to have that long before that day ever came. So, but Bray Wyatt looking great here in the Ultimate Edition. Up next, we're going to end off the Ultimate Edition guys here, the Ultimate Edition figures, with none other than Solo Sikoa completing the trio of the set we just, showed off here. Bray, Finn Balor, Solo, and now another set of Ultimates in the books and complete. I usually don't go after every Ultimate that they make. It depends really. Of course, with this series, it was very much needed. With the last series, The Rock, Damian Priest, Great Muta, that was very much needed. Sometimes it is, it's just, they just keep giving you the hits. So Solo here, looking great, looking really good. And the only thing that I wish this Solo came with, and I mean, we could customize it, we could do it ourselves, and I get it that the time frame, I think, would have then passed that point, but I would have loved a like a Bloodline shirt in this figure, accessories here, like a We the Ones or something like that. Obviously, he already came with that with his previous Elite figure that was back in Elite 107. But now that I have this figure here, I think Elite 107 might be finding its way to MERCARI. So who knows? We will see exactly what happens. But this Solo is looking good. Very excited to add this one to the collection, and very excited to add, like I said, another Ultimate, because once you get these Ultimates, I feel like, not that it eliminates the need for any Elites, because I don't think that's always the case by any means, but in some regards, it does work out very well, with Solo here, possibly, like I said, debating on it, maybe that 107 Elite will make its way to MERCARI, maybe it will not. Up next, guys, this is the last figure, last pickup of this video of episode 64. And with the tragic news that we have received, which was only a little over a week ago, I think it might be coming up on almost 2 weeks now. We received some tragic news online in talking about, wrestlers passing away. And unfortunately, Sabu had passed away. It was announced, like I said, almost 2 weeks ago. And a very sad day for wrestling fans. Obviously, Sabu, a pioneer amongst the hardcore guys and the ECW generation and the ECW years that were just well beyond what wrestling was at that time and making things just that extra level, top notch. It was something to be so grateful to even be alive through and to be able to live that time, while it was happening. Of course, for myself with ECW, I caught the very tail end of it as a kid, from, the 98, 99 to about, 2001, because I believe ECW did close down officially as of 2001. So, with that being said, it does suck sometimes when, unfortunately, a death will push you to purchase something even a little bit faster than you would have. And that is why we have this next item. And of course, Sabu on my list of figures that I wanted to get. It was not a question of not adding him to the group, to this collection. But it was just, you never expect certain things to happen like this. So, without further ado, we show off what I believe is the best Sabu figure that has ever been made. And as much as I love whatever it is, I don't know if it was Cella Toys. I know they changed their name. I think it was Cella. Then it was something else. I can't remember exactly. I know that there was like a name change, but I do believe it was Cella Toys, something like that. They did have a Sabu figure that was recently released. It's very much in scale with the Mattel, with the Jazzware lines, and I just didn't care for the figure that much. I mean, I like it. It has some great, great details to it, some great features to it that really stand out. And of course, the extra posability and the head, the headpiece that it comes with, a little bit more detailed. But of course, the pants, sculpted. The head scan, the face scan on it, a little so-so. The scars on it are just raised with the same color as the skin tone, so not, the way that they did it with this one. But when it comes down to it, I think this Sabu is the greatest Sabu that they've ever released. And when it comes to Sabu figures, there's really not a lot of options. I mean, like I just said, you have that Cella Toys, I believe is what it is. Again, I could be completely wrong, but I do think it was made by Cella Toys. We have that figure. That is out. We have this one here that was made by Jakks. Sabu actually had 3 other figures in the Jakks line, if I am remembering correctly. He did have a figure that was a 2-pack with the Big Show, WrestleMania 23, I believe, or 24. He also had a Ruthless Aggression figure that had a variant, which was very cool as well. So he came with blue in that one. And the other one was like a mustard yellow. And then the figure that he came with Big Show was more like a darker orangey yellow. So it was nice that we got some variation of Sabu in the limited amount of figures that we got from Jakks. But I don't think anything could top this figure here. You get soft, good pants, which I think are incredible. The headpiece. And it's not, overly detailed, but it does the job. It was the one that, Jakks had been using forever for people like the Iron Sheik and even when the original Sheik had his figure come out. And so, that's, again, little details that could be better. But also with this was a part of the WrestleMania ticket promotion. So I have been trying to collect those tickets again, and I've been trying to purchase the figures I need first before buying any loose, because I'd like to get them all with a figure if possible. So this Sabu does come with the WrestleMania 10 ticket. Very cool. Very, very nice there in the back. It's a little tough to see, but it is there. And like I said, this Sabu is fantastic. I'm going over this one a little bit more in detail just because I know we're never going to unbox this. We're never going to be doing an unboxing and review on this figure. It is absolutely mint. It was shipped to me in this Classic Superstars protective case. The prongs at the top are absolutely perfect. I mean, they are in immaculate condition. This was Jakks Classic Superstars Series 10. So very, very cool to think, because I mean, they went all the way to like Series 28. And I think I believe it was series 28, and I think series like 29 or even up to 30 or something. There was like prototypes that some people were even still able to get. So potentially you could say Classic Superstars had an almost 30 series run, aside from so many other things. The 2-packs, the 3-packs, the limited edition square box figures, like Hogan and Dusty Rhodes. It's just so crazy to think what a time to be alive as a collector, and to think that I had this all those years ago. But I'm very happy to add it back to the collection. So without further ado, we are going to pay our respects and our tributes here to Sabu, to Bray Wyatt, to all of the wrestlers and the promoters, the managers, everybody who is in the professional wrestling bubble in some way or another that we have lost throughout 2024, throughout 2025. We pay our respects to all of them and all the sacrifices that they made, to entertain us over the years. And Sabu, definitely no stranger to that phrase and that sentence. A man who definitely sacrificed more than just his well-being, more than just his body, in and out of the ring, doing some absolutely wild stunts. So a big rest in peace to Sabu. And very soon I will be adding the original Sheik to the collection as well, because it is only right that, as Sabu claims, basically what he considered his father but his uncle, we are going to add the original Sheik to the collection soon, and we will have them both up on the wall together, belonging right where they belong, I should say, next to each other there on the wall. So for Sabu, for every figure that you see here on the channel, for all the ones that you just saw here in episode 64 of New Figure Pickups, you already know the deal, guys. You get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you are absolutely crazy enough to want to see me every day, you hit the bell icon. You're going to see me every single day, because we're doing videos every single day, no matter whether they are shorts, whether they're new figure pickups, whether they're toy hunts, figure hunts, whatever we're doing out here. Unboxing and reviews, we're doing it all. You already know it's on the channel, and you know where to find it every single day right here at Matt's Wrestling Collectibles. So after all of that, if you could please, if I could just have your attention just for one more moment, leave me a comment on this video. Tell me, what is your favorite figure or favorite item that we had in this video here today? And of course, guys, as always, I appreciate each and every single one of you for watching these videos and sticking with me all the way through 64 episodes of New Figure Pickups. Isn't it crazy? It is absolutely wild, just like the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal Sabu. And with that, guys, until the next one, stay safe, stay tuned, and I will see you all there.